Ever met someone who knows almost nothing about a topic but speaks about it with absolute confidence? Maybe it's a friend explaining politics after reading one tweet, or someone online declaring themselves an expert after watching a single TikTok video. Strangely, the more confident they sound, the less they sometimes seem to know. And that's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a psychology term where people with limited knowledge or skill in a particular area tend to overestimate their ability. The reason is simple. Beginners don't know enough to realize what they don't know. In simple terms, when someone doesn't know much about a subject, they may also lack the awareness needed to realize how little they know. And that combination can create a strange situation: high confidence with low competence. It's not about intelligence or education, it's about self awareness. It can be experienced by every one of us when we step into a field we don't fully understand. Think about the first time someone learns a little about psychology. Suddenly, they start diagnosing everyone around them. The concept was first described in 1999 by psychologists David Dunning and Justice Kruger. Their research focused on how people evaluate their own abilities. In the study article, Unskilled and Unaware of It, how difficulties in recognizing one's own incompetence lead to inflated self assessments, published in 1999. Young adult participants completed tests measuring skills like logical reasoning, grammar, and humor. After the test, participants were asked to estimate how well they had performed. The results were surprising. People who scored in the lowest range often believed they had performed much better than they actually had. Meanwhile, people who scored highly sometimes slightly underestimated their own performances. The researchers concluded that the skills needed to perform well are often the same skills needed to evaluate performance. So, if someone lacks those skills, they may also lack the ability to recognize their own mistakes. To understand the Dunning Kruger effect, imagine learning something new. At the very beginning, we learn a few basic ideas and suddenly feel like we understand the whole topic. But as we learn more, we start to realize how complex the subject actually is. Experts in a field often spend years studying it, and the deeper they go, the more nuance they discover. So, confidence can sometimes follow a strange pattern. At first, knowledge increases confidence, but deeper knowledge often increases humility. Because once you understand the complexity of a subject, you realize how much there is still to learn. The Dunning Kruger effect is often mentioned online. I don't know how many people are actually aware what it actually means. It was a new word for me when I first came across it in the comment section. Nowadays, it is used as a form of insult by netizens. Someone makes a confident claim about science, history, or economics, and another person replies, "That's the Dunning Kruger effect." But the concept isn't meant to be used as an insult. This is just a term in psychology which describes general pattern in human judgment, not a label for individual people. In fact, everyone experiences this bias sometimes, especially when learning something new. The Dunning-Kruger effect became widely known because it explains something many of us notice in everyday life, but does not have a particular term for it. It reveals something important about education and learning. As we gain more knowledge, we often become more aware of our own limitations, and that awareness is actually a sign of growing expertise. This was all about the Dunning-Kruger effect. I hope I satisfied your curiosity about something new. Bye! I will meet you with my next topic soon.